post videos every single day and I don't have hours to edit. So here's my fast and simple way to get it done. When I first started YouTube, editing felt a little bit intimidating, but I found a process that works for me, and today I'm going to break it down step by step. In this video, I'm going to show you how I edit with CapCut, but of course you can use other editing tools, for example, iMovie or Canva, InShot, DaVinci Resolve. There are a lot of editing tools and you can choose. But today I'm going to show you how I edit with CapCut because I use this editing tool. Once the CapCut app is open, you're gonna click on import, and I always create a folder with my videos. Here is how to film. So this video I already edited, and actually it's already up on my YouTube, so if you want to watch it, it's gonna be at the top somewhere. But you're going to import all the files or all the videos. Now what I do is to add all the clips here, and I just click here and I start from the last to the first. Okay, once you have your clips here, you can see from the sound that there are some parts where I'm not speaking, and the first thing that I do is basically cut out all these parts. Of course, I'm going to listen to the video, but for the purpose of this video, I'm not gonna keep it going. So I'm just gonna cut out these parts. You're gonna see here you have the split button. I usually do split button, and then here I do delete left. That way it deletes the left part of the video. And yeah, you can also, I would recommend you click here, because that way you can see the clips better, because if you do it like this, you can't really see where you have to cut. Actually, you can't even see the blank parts, but doing that, you can also do the maximum, but I do in the middle always. And there you can see exactly when to cut. So first thing, I cut out all the blank parts basically, and as I'm editing, I'm also keeping a mark on the parts where, for example, I want to add a sound effect, or for example text on screen, or just some kind of sticker or zoom in, something like this. And to do that, I use this marker here. So here, for example, I want to add a text on screen, so I click here, add marker, and then I go on editing my video. As I'm cutting out the parts, I'm also marking the parts where I want to add something, so that after editing all the blank parts, I don't have to watch the entire video again to find the piece where I wanted to add the text on screen. So I'm just gonna see where the markers are and then add what I want to add. So yeah, to add text, you just click here on text, and then default text, you just add to track, and then here you can write what you want to write, I don't know, and here you can change the font basically. And there are a lot of fonts. Make sure you use the fonts that are not the pro version, because you're not going to be able to use them. There are a lot of them. You can search, and here you can also change the pattern as you please, and the color. I usually use this part, and then also here sometimes you can also change it as the background, or this or this. And sometimes I also use the animation, so for example that it pops up like that, or typewriter. I use this one also a lot. That's it actually. I don't do much with the text. Yes, and then you can also change where you want it to be, and change as you please basically. Another thing that I use is stickers. As you can see, here are the stickers that I use the most. I already saved them so that I don't have to search for them every single time. And it's this ring bell, the TikTok logo, and also this, so that I can write my name in here. And you just add it to the screen and do something like this, add this, and then do something like this, and in here I just add the text, for example my TikTok. Here I usually change the font, but now it doesn't matter, and I just put it in here and use this one like this. This is just an example. And you can also use an animation, so like I said, a bounce in like this, for example, or slide left, slide right. When I add my TikTok or I mention some kind of thing, I usually use a sound effect. So you go onto audio, you go on sound effects, and I actually saved my favorite sounds so I don't have to search for them every single time. So you click on this arrow and then go on favorites, or you search for the sound that you want to search at first, because at the beginning you're not gonna have your favorites, and here are all my favorite sounds. And for example, when I mention my TikTok, I usually use this sound, follow, like, notification, link, this one, and you can just add it to the screen, yeah, like this. Basically, it's really, really simple. Another thing that I do is, for example, transitions. Here, for example, I want to split the clip, so I click split, and here I'm going to add a transition. So you're going to go on transitions and, for example, use the up transition, and you're just gonna add it to the clip here in between, and there you have your transition. Here, for example, you can also use a sound effect. Another thing that I use is the zoom in or the zoom. For example, the zoom in is basically I split the clip where I want to zoom, for example, here. Then I'm going to click on FX, and I usually search for zoom in, like I said. I usually use the zoom lens, this one. You're just gonna add it to the clip. Click on it, and here you can change the range like this. Usually do like this, and then also the speed. That is also really important. And I usually do it like very low. And it's like this. I really like the zoom in. Or you can also do just like a zoom. For example, I split the clip, then you click on the clip and click here, resize. And there you basically zoom how you want to zoom in. I do like this, then you do confirm, and here you have your zoom, basically. Yeah, you just have to experiment, like see what fonts you like, and effects. There are a lot of effects that you can use that are really, really fun, like camera focus or camcorder, shake. I also like this one, but just make sure to use the ones that are not the pro version, and also the same with transitions. There are a lot of good transitions that are the pro version. And another thing that I've started to do for a couple of weeks now is basically the color correction. And I usually like click here on the clip, then go into adjustments, then you scroll down, and here you have the color and also the lightness. I only use two settings, and these are saturation and highlight. I usually bring the saturation about like 20, but it depends on the video, because sometimes there is more light than other days, so I don't need it a lot. And here you can see the difference, like how colorful it is, and it can be a lot more colorful, of course, but I think that's too fake in a way, I don't know. So I usually use like 20, and then I usually like bring down the highlight, but just a little bit. And then you click on apply to all, of course, so that now it's added to all the clips. And if you want, you can also save it as a preset, but in my case, I usually change it every single time, or sometimes I like the videos just as they are. So, but if you want to save time and you know, okay, this could work with every video, then you can change it as you want and then save it as preset. You can also give a name to it. So yeah, that is also something that will save a little bit of time. Another thing that could be really useful is to add some pictures into your video, and you can do it like this. You do something like this. You can leave it like that so that it appears on screen, but you can't see you talking anymore. But if you want to do it like you can see both, then you're just going to click here, and then you're going to shrink it basically as you please, and then add it where you want, basically here or here, where you want. It doesn't really matter. Here you can change for how long, like 2 seconds or 3 seconds. I think yes, you can also add the animation here too. I never do that actually, but you can, like the zoom in or the fade in, as you please. And then last thing you have to do is basically export the video And then here, make sure you write a title, because then YouTube can see and knows what the video is about. So if the file is just like 125 or random words, YouTube doesn't know what the video is about. So try to write as much as possible. You can use the title video, or you can also use like keywords for your video. In this case, I would write how to film your videos. And you can also write, like, for example, small creator or YouTube, I don't know, like keywords. It both work, but try to write something. Don't leave it just as it is. And make sure you export your video at a high resolution. You can use like the same resolution as you're filming your videos. So if you filmed your videos at 2K, then do 2K or 4K. Of course, the size of the video is going to be higher. Yeah, I usually do 2K. Here I don't change anything, like these are my settings basically, and then you just click on export. And here the cover, it doesn't matter because in the next video I'm going to show you how to edit your thumbnail. So that was it. And remember, editing doesn't have to be perfect. And you don't have to edit like other people you see online. You should find your style and something that is also easy for you to do. The first thing is that you like your videos. That is the most important thing. And don't worry, because with time you're going to get better at it. You just need a little bit of practice, but you're going to be good at it and you're gonna spend less hours editing. But don't try to make the video perfect, because then you're spending basically hours and hours editing. So what editing tools do you use? Let me know in the comments. And I'm going to help you step by step how to create your thumbnail and also upload your videos. So subscribe if you want to follow along. And we'll see us in the next video. Bye! Mwah.